at home to Tatum. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. This live broadcast is brought to you in part Hey Tatum Coyotes, welcome back to competition from EJ's Pumping, your locally owned and locally trusted pumping service in Tatum. If you are in need of pumping services, call 575-369-6134 today. EJ's Pumping, longtime supporters of the town of Tatum and the Tatum Coyotes, as well as high school athletics and academics. Good luck, have fun, and be safe. From Eddie and Whitney, go Coyotes! Now Pharmacy, a name you've trusted for more than 75 years. That kind of history only happens with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported local youth and sports programs for more than 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Tatum Coyotes.
The Tatum Health Clinic supports all Tatum athletics. Bring home that state championship. Your health is to be taken seriously, which is why the staff at the Tatum Health Clinic cares most. Whether it's a cough or serious flu you have, the Tatum Health Clinic will help. Call for an appointment at 398-2111 or just stop by. The entire town of Tatum is with you. This live play-by-play is brought to you by the Tatum Health Clinic.
Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are proud of every single student and their dedication in the classroom and on the court. You've made Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off. Go get that state title and bring it home to Tatum. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. This live broadcast is brought to you in part by the Tatum Schools. Go Coyotes! All right, maybe you can hear me that way if I just go right into the phone. Is that helping? Perhaps? Okay, I'm going to operate at least for a moment until I get a text from the station like you guys can hear me. 10:27, and we're now looking at an 8-6 game. Tatum behind. Steers able to get in. First play of this quarter number 2, from short yardage inside the 5. The PAT was good. 8-6 is where we are. Coyotes will keep it on the ground there as they go to their trusty running back, number 20. Eight-6 ball game. Tatum led the first quarter. Now trails since the beginning of this one by 2. Garner in the gun. He's going to fake the handoff, keep it, take it up the middle. Couple good moves, and looks like it'll be short of the first down, but a positive gain on the quarterback keeper. So Tatum looking to get that lead back here. 9:20 to go in the second. And the Steers defense is there. Big number 88 getting through. Hey, I'm told you can hear me now. And that's your misfortune, because now you got to listen to me. Okay. Yeah, do whatever it takes. I replugged, bypassed, just went straight into the phone. So at least we have it on the air for you now. Thanks for your patience, everybody. 8-6 Magdalena. And for 2 straight plays now, protection has broken down. The Steers been able to get penetration, and they're going to stop the Coyotes cold on 4th down. So they're going to turn it over on downs, and you're not, of course, you didn't want to do that, but you're not hurt by it all that much considering you are deep in your opponent's territory. Blustery but a sunny day here in Capitan, America. And you can see bright sunshine on the field here as we are not far from Ruidoso and Cloudcroft in the Sacramento Mountains. Steers will have it. Baca at the helm, going to hand it off. And they're going to get about half what they need, 4, maybe 5 on the carry. $8:22 left here in the second. And if you were watching this thing from the beginning, you know, Tatum scored early. Thought they might be able to go up 2 scores, unable to do it. Took the Steers a while to get their legs under them, but they have them now. Came out, scored first play of the quarter, and then a big stop on that defensive series. Not to mention they lead by a 2-point conversion. It'd be a keeper. Baca, he's going to round the corner. He's fast. He's going up the sideline, and he may go all the way, and he does. Man, you want to talk about having your legs under you. I believe that's what they were getting their legs under. Yeah, they were on the 24, folks. And their quarterback is going to take that to the house. That is a run of 76 yards. $7:55 here in the second. And the second touchdown of the quarter for Magdalena Steers. 76 yards on the run after he fakes the handoff. So Baca with a big play. Josh Baca. 2-point try is going to be good. So the first quarter, all Tatum. Second quarter, all Magdalena. And right now, Steers lead it by 10, 16-6. A lot of football left to be played here. 7:55 to go first half. But the Coyotes now finding themselves in a 10-point hole. So they will gather to talk about it. And want to remind you, our coverage here on the HobbsAmerica.com, Tatum Sports YouTube channel, is brought to you by Tatum Schools. Now Pharmacy. You know, I grew up right across the street from the Now Pharmacy there in the little big town of Lovington. Serving all of Lee County. EJ's Pumping, LLC. Huge supporters of Tatum Academics and, of course, athletics. Go by and see them for all your pumping needs. Eddie and Whitney be glad to help you out. Norley Hospital District and the Tatum Clinic. It's on HobbsAmerica.com and the Tatum Sports YouTube channel. The wind again blowing that one off the tee as we get set here for the kickoff after the touchdown. Not even halfway through this quarter, Steers have put up 16. Would you onside here? Maybe try and catch them sleeping? I don't know. You don't want to give Tatum the ball in your territory either, though, if you don't recover it. It's just kind of squib kick that one, and it's going to take a nice bounce if you're a Steers fan. And that must have gone out of bounds, right? Or hit the sideline. They're going to mark it there. No return. Not a bad result. All said and done for Magdalena on that. As the Coyote offense is going to have to start now inside the 15. Garner will toss it out. Running play. Nice job breaking tackles on that play. And out very near, probably a little shy of the first down on a nice run. They are going to give it to him. So a first down run. And steers are there, but that's going to be about a gain of 2. Luis Cervantes coming out of the backfield that play. Getting close to 7 minutes remaining first half. 16-6. Magdalena leading it. Another running play from Tatum. Stiff arm there by Cervantes. He's upended, but not before he gets the first down. Yeah, talk about picking him up and laying him down, eh? He literally did that, but Tatum offense moving the sticks here as they want to counterpunch here. This is like a good boxing match. They want to get a counterpunch in before the halftime break. That's just going to be a direct snap and keeper, and they'll get about half what they need, a gain of 5. Taylor Garner, good work. And they are going into that wind. It's not exactly right in their faces, but it's from right to left. If you're the Tatum offense, the wind going right across the field. Maybe that's why they haven't thrown, or maybe they found something they like on the ground. You're not going to like that on the ground because that's your quarterback. Garner going down as Magdalena has awoken here, or awakened if you prefer. They woke up in the second quarter. That is so wake. Whatever you kids mean by that. I do, and do for you kids. This is the thanks I get. Okay, Coyotes here. Now, after moving it pretty easily and successfully, they're finding themselves now with 3rd and 12. Big play on this drive right here. Garner to the sideline. And laying out for it, and they're going to give it to him on a great catch, is Abraham Duran, number 4. That's a great catch. Going to be short of the first down, but you still have to appreciate the effort there on the throw and the catch to bring up 4th down. Tatum, no strangers to going on 4th down. And they'll take a timeout and talk about it. And we will take a moment, let you hear from the fine sponsors bringing you this digital internet broadcast. And they are Tatum Schools, Now Pharmacy, EJ's Pumping, LLC, Norley Hospital District, Tatum Clinic. 5:33 to go, 16-6, Magdalena with the lead. Both teams won big last week and come in here looking to keep their records clean. Somebody's going to have their first loss when this one's over. So a big second quarter for the QB from Magdalena. Baca. Good first quarter for the Tatum offense and their QB, Taylor Garner. But Josh Baca, I'll tell you what, that'll make your Saturday afternoon when you can rattle off a 76-yard touchdown run from scrimmage as the quarterback. Big play here, 4th down and 3 for Tatum. Near midfield, the ball is at the Tatum 41. Running play, Cervantes, he's going to have it. Spin move, and he gets to the 50, right on the, right in the middle of the head of the Capitan Tiger. And every now and then we get a wave of dust blowing across the field, and this is what you may be able to detect right now on your screen. But all in all, considering the Armageddon-like forecast, today is not that bad. It is brisk, though, but bright sunshine here in the mountains at Capitan. 1st and 10 for the Coyotes. Midfield, they're down 10. Pass out in the flat is caught. Good work to break tackles. He could go. He could go, and he's going to go. They're not going to get the guy. In for the touchdown. number 9. Good throw by Garner. Even better job running the football, breaking tackles, and breaking out into the open field for the 50-yard score. Kevin Cardenas. Are they going to bring that back? They haven't posted it yet. Let's see. Is there laundry on the field? Holding Coyotes. Garner is just showing his disdain for that call. He's like, come on. Holding where? I don't, well, obviously on the interior somewhere up front, I'm thinking. Boy, that's a costly penalty. You got a chance to make it a 2-point game, and instead, that wipes out a 50-yard pass play for a score. That one hurts. Okay, so now you got a 1st and 15 back in your own territory. Ball on the ground. Steers diving for it. And everybody's diving for it. Who's going to have it is the question. We've already had one recovery by the Steers in this game. And Tatum will keep it. Man, dodge a bullet there. The momentum certainly in the second quarter is with Magdalena. And after that penalty wipes out a big play, if they had gotten a turnover right there, they would really have a head of steam. But the Coyotes will keep the ball. 2nd down now and 15. Ball back at the Tatum 47. And they'll go up the middle. They've had success, and that's a good run by Cervantes. He's probably going to be a half a yard or a yard short, but a good hard run up the middle. Third and 1. Bad snap. It's on the ground, and the Steers do have it this time. Oh, wheels coming off the apple cart for Tatum at the moment. That may have been a little bit due to the effects of the wind right there. Kind of a sidewinding wind going across the field may have affected that snap. It's pretty brisk. I'm guessing at least 30-mile-per-hour gusts right now. Regardless of why it happened, it happened. And it's 1st and 10 Steers, who still lead it by 10, 16-6 with 4:12 to go in the half. So Baca and company will step up to the line. This time you'll have a 2-man backfield and a single receiver to the near side, a new wrinkle they haven't shown. But they have shown this. Baca running with the football. He tucks it and picks up 5. And a flag on that play. It'll go against the Steers on a hold. First down and 21 after the hold. Single man in the backfield, one receiver to each side. They'll hand it off, number 13 on the carry. He's been their go-to guy on the ground so far in this game. 13 I have as Danny Pino. Yep, running back, 5'5", sophomore, 145. And not a whole lot doing. He gained 5. That makes it second and 16. 3:24 to go before the halftime break. Rolling in the near side. Baca firing upfield. And Tatum there to break it up, but it goes into the hands of the intended receiver, everybody. Duran was there, got a hand on it, but it went through his hands and is caught, barring a penalty flag. That is a big play for Magdalena. But I'm seeing the official standing near midfield. He's going to make a call here. Let's see. No, this play as stands, I guess. Probably against the Coyotes, but you're not going to take that penalty, right? So they decline it. Did they? It was a hold against who? Against Tatum, yeah. So they decline it. They'd rather have the first down right where they have it at the 25. Just about 3 minutes exactly to go before the break. Magdalena has put up 16 in this quarter to lead it 16-6. There's the handoff. And it'd be well short of the first down, but positive yardage again for Danny Pino. One thing, too, that these running plays do, just in case the Coyotes are entertaining any thoughts of doing something with it, should they score and getting the ball back, keeps the clock running down to 2:30. Baca in the gun. Pino's the running back. Send a man in motion and a flag. And that wind, it seems to be picking up a little bit. The noise seems to be picking up a little bit from it. It ebbs and flows. It's been blowing the whole game, of course, but man, there are times when, like right now, when it's really howling. Second down and 12 for the Steers. They'll hand it to the man in motion this time, and Tatum does not bite. They stay home. They've got him on the carry, number 10. No gain. Third down now. 12. Clock is running, though, down to 1:40 to go before the break. And now timeout. So they stop at 1:32 left. You are watching and listening to Tatum Coyote Sports, HobbsAmerica.com, Tatum Sports YouTube channel. Brought to you by New Walmart Broadcasting, our family of stations. And man, I'll tell you what, we've covered a lot of games already here in this pandemic-affected seasons with lots of sports going on at the same time. Soccer and volleyball right now, and football too. And we're proud to be bringing them to you. Got several crews out and about. Good game last night between Hobbs and Lovington there in Hobbs, which the Wildcats won. But it got a little wild toward the end of that one. Hobbs just didn't have enough time on the clock. Wildcats did a good job shutting them out late. And the Lovington quarterback has done well, Jeffrey. Able to use his feet and throw the football. He's got the Wildcats out to 2-0. And in trouble this time. That ball comes out. Tatum falls on it, but they can't cover it up. Did they get it? Remains to be seen. I just hope that wasn't somebody's chair that they were sitting in that just came tumbling down. If you heard that noise, the wind got to something. I'm not surprised. It's swirling in through here. It blew something over or down. As you can feel it, the intensity of the wind picking up and the chilliness of it as well. It's getting cool, pretty darn cool up here in the booth. Temperatures were in the 60s when I hit town, but you factor in these strong winds, wind chills may be in the mid to upper 40s right now here. And another timeout on the field with 43 seconds. And so I'm just going to keep it right here. And then when we get to the halftime break, I'll play some ads from our fine sponsors making all this possible for you guys. And we are keeping it free, no subscription fees for the coverage on Tatum Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com. And, you know, some schools find themselves in a spot where they have to charge a subscription fee. Sometimes it's 10 or 12 or 15, 20. Sometimes it's 50 to watch a game. So we like keeping it free, and that's only because of our great sponsors backing us on this thing, and they are Tatum Clinic, part of the Norley Hospital District, EJ's Pumping, LLC, Eddie and Whitney, huge Tatum sports and academic supporters, now pharmacy, and the Tatum schools. So we're close to getting the first half in the books here. And Baca says he's not done yet with 40 seconds left. He's going to heave it out there, and it's picked off. Second interception in the game for Tatum, and refusing to go down. And then a late hit. You could have flagged him for a late hit. But it's been a pretty well played game, and good sportsmanship on both sides here in the first half. And we still have 29.7 showing on the clock, and Tatum gets a turnover. Not much time to work with here for the visiting Tatum Coyotes. Garner swing it to the outside toward the home stands. Tripped up after a short game is Abraham Duran. So we got a timeout on the field. This has taken a long time to get this last minute into the books here in half number one. But after being downright hot in Lee County earlier this week, and I mean 80 degrees or so a couple times, this is a reminder of what March can be when you come up here. But it is a nice place to play in a Saturday afternoon 8-man football game. Thanks to the folks at Capitan for the hospitality. Tatum looking to get something going here, and that's going to fall incomplete with 17 seconds left. Garner will throw it over the middle, and that's intercepted. So the Steers get a pick. Two teams trade interceptions here with 7.6 seconds left. They are in a better position to cash in on it than Tatum was. So you got to be careful here if you're Tatum. Don't give up anything cheap here right before the half. You got to stay awake here and stay focused, because I know they're starting to get cold out there. They've been out in it the whole half. We're in the shade here, so it may feel a little cooler to us, but I'll tell you, folks in the stands are glad they brought the big coats this afternoon. So am I. Wind increasing. You can see it blowing the jerseys of the players and the refs. Baca looking to throw. 4 seconds on the clock, and he's got a man spinning out there about a yard short of the first down. Is the receiver on that one, and it is number 10 hauling it in. And that'll do it. His efforts to get those extra yards took the time off the clock. We do get to the halftime break here, and a score of 16-6. So pretty much for a story of two different quarters here. First one belonging to Tatum, and then the second one belonging to the Magdalena Steers, as this is a neutral ground game here on the high school campus of Capitan. On a wind-blown afternoon, plenty of sunshine, but man, I'll tell you what, we're feeling the chilly weather up under here. But it is a nice place to sit and view and do a football game as we get to the halftime break. Okay, let you hear from our sponsors and remind you that you are listening to and watching Tatum High School 8-man varsity football on HobbsAmerica.com and the Tatum Sports YouTube channel. And it is courtesy of the fine folks at Tatum Schools, Now Pharmacy, EJ's Pumping, LLC, Norley Hospital District, and the Tatum Clinic. I'm going to take a bit of a break here at the half. You will hear from our sponsors, and I'll be back shortly. We'll talk first half wrap-up and get you set for the second half as we hit the break here. 16 for Magdalena and 6 for Tatum from a wind-blown Capitan, New Mexico. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Hey Tatum Coyotes, welcome back to competition from EJ's Pumping, your locally owned and locally trusted pumping service in Tatum. If you are in need of pumping services, call 575-369-6134 today. EJ's Pumping, longtime supporters of the town of Tatum and the Tatum Coyotes, as well as high school athletics and academics. Good luck, have fun, and be safe. From Eddie and Whitney, go Coyotes! Now Pharmacy, a name you've trusted for more than 75 years. That kind of history only happens with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported local youth and sports programs for more than 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Tatum Coyotes.
The Tatum Health Clinic supports all Tatum athletics. Bring home that state championship. Your health is to be taken seriously, which is why the staff at the Tatum Health Clinic cares most. Whether it's a cough or serious flu you have, the Tatum Health Clinic will help. Call for an appointment at 398-2111 or just stop by. The entire town of Tatum is with you. This live play-by-play is brought to you by the Tatum Health Clinic.
Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are proud of every single student and their dedication in the classroom and on the court. You've made Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off. Go get that state title and bring it home to Tatum.
The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. This live broadcast is brought to you in part by the Tatum Schools. Go Coyotes! Hey Tatum Coyotes, welcome back to Competition from EJ's Pumping, your locally owned and locally trusted pumping service in Tatum. If you are in need of pumping services, call 575-369-6134 today. EJ's Pumping, longtime supporters of the town of Tatum and the Tatum Coyotes, as well as high school athletics and academics. Good luck, have fun, and be safe. From Eddie and Whitney, go Coyotes! Now Pharmacy, a name you've trusted for more than 75 years. That kind of history only happens with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported local youth and sports programs for more than 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Tatum Coyotes.
The Tatum Health Clinic supports all Tatum athletics. Bring home that state championship. Your health is to be taken seriously, which is why the staff at the Tatum Health Clinic cares most. Whether it's a cough or serious flu you have, the Tatum Health Clinic will help. Call for an appointment at 398-2111 or just stop by. The entire town of Tatum is with you. This live play-by-play is brought to you by the Tatum Health Clinic.
Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are proud of every single student and their dedication in the classroom and on the court. You've made Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off. Go get that state title and bring it home to Tatum. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. This live broadcast is brought to you in part by the Tatum Schools. Go Coyotes! All right. Okay, there's a nice look at the field for you guys here. And I'll tell you, if it weren't for the stiff wind that's adding the chill to things, it'd be a lovely day. Even with the wind blowing, it's not all that bad. This is a great little venue they've got here. Very nice campus at Capitan High. My first venture onto the school grounds. Unless you count the baseball field, I've been there to do a Capitan Unis game. But I was thinking that they had played in higher divisions, and I'm told
that a lot of teams are doing the 8-man thing this year. Some of the bigger small schools, larger small schools have dropped into the 8-man category. One of them being Capitan, who won last night over the team that Magdalena beat last week to open their season. Mesilla Valley Christian, 64 to 20 something, I think Magdalena won, and then Capitan beat those guys, the Sun Angels, last night. Tatum had a good opener against Cloudcroft. Only had to put in 2 quarters in that one. 50-0 at the half, and it is. And they looked as if they might be able to go up a couple scores here in this one, but at the end of one, and they did not get the 2-point conversion on their first score. At the end of one, and they were threatening Magdalena, it was 6-0 Tatum. And the only score in that first quarter, and Tatum came out really hitting hard on defense, both on the kickoff and on their first defensive series. Then midway through the quarter or so, they got the ball and had their first scoring drive. Wound up being a 13-yard TD toss from Garner to Abraham Durant. And then no more scoring, but Magdalena was knocking on the door at the end of one. Then 11:56 to go in the second. They got a touchdown from short yardage inside their 10, inside the 5, I think it was. 2-point conversion was good, and they were up to 8-6. Then they broke off the biggest play of the first half. And man, that 76-yard keeper from their quarterback, Josh Baca. He got up the sideline. Once he turned the corner, and he is fast, once he got around the corner, had a sneaking feeling he could go all the way, and he did on a 76-yard scamper, and the PAT was good. So both of the 2-point tries good for the Steers, and that gives them 16. And Tatum, having scored first but missed theirs, gives them 6, and that's where we are. 2 teams exchanged interceptions there late in the half as well, as they traded turnovers a couple times. And that gets us to the halftime break. And we have about 4 minutes or so left on the halftime clock here, and then we'll get back to the action here. And I'll tell you what, I'm glad this is an afternoon game. Capitan had a game here last night. I'm guessing pretty darn cold if you didn't have your gloves on, too. Older you get, your hands and feet, I think you feel it more. I'm getting agreement here. Okay, good. But, you know, they have done a pretty good job of the scheduling and all the dealings that have gone on and set everything back so far into the school year. Just playing football in springtime, I would say, is unusual, but what hasn't been in the last year since they declared it a pandemic. So the best part is these kids get to have a season. They get the memories of playing, especially if you're a senior. You're only going to get one shot at that. So the bottom line is they are playing, and we're starting to see some signs of coming out of this pandemic. And long process going in. It's still going to be a long process coming out, but things are getting a little better. And Tatum electing to go indoors for their break, I think. I don't see them, but Steers have stayed out here the whole time, I guess, to just stay acclimated to the conditions. The wind and the cold, despite the bright sunshine. This way they don't go in, get warmed up, come back outside, and get cold again. I'm thinking is maybe what they're thinking. You can see them loosening up already. We're down to under 3 on the halftime clock here. And it took the Steers a little while to kind of get loose, get warmed up. But once they did, they owned the second quarter after Tatum pretty much owned the first. 3 scores in the ball game. The big deal is that puts you down by 10 was not getting the 2-point conversion on the Tatum touchdown. And then the Steers cashing in on both of theirs. And those 2-pointers can add up quickly if you're making them, and they can also subtract quickly if you're not making them, and the other team is. I see the Coyotes coming back out now onto the playing field here, and we're getting set for the third quarter. HobbsAmerica.com and the Tatum Sports YouTube channel is where you can see and hear this one. About 2:21 in the afternoon. This game started at 1, so it's moved along pretty well. And if we have the same kind of pace in the second half, we should get this thing in the books by 4. Get a little more daylight this time of year, so at least we don't have to worry about it getting dark on these kids and on the announcer. Because I'm cold already. Not freezing, but we had a long, cold season this time around. Kind of punctuated by that big shot of Yukon territory air we had about, 3 weeks ago or so? A month? All right, we're just about ready. Tatum's going to come out and do their warm-up drills. And meanwhile, I'm going to let you hear from the fine folks making this possible and keeping it free on HobbsAmerica.com, Tatum Sports YouTube channel, from One Radio Square and the Walmart family of stations. Z94, KZOR, Kicks 103, Country Leader, Cool 95.7, greatest hits of all time. New classic rock station, Eagle 100.5, and certainly number 1, KPZA. And that, I tell you what, they're great at what they do on KPZA, on the Hispanic side of the radio dial. And some games we have, as you heard last night, are on the radio. Hobbs-Leamington game was KZOR and Cool. Eunice Cardinals getting some airtime on KPZA. And as we go on down the line here, we'll keep you posted if we get a chance to have both radio and internet on Tatum. Okay, we're narrowing in here on this thing. I'm going to let you hear from our sponsors one more time. We'll have that third quarter coming up. You're watching and listening to Tatum Coyote Sports, HobbsAmerica.com, Tatum Sports YouTube channel.
Hey, Tatum Coyotes, welcome back to competition from EJ's Pumping, your locally owned and locally trusted pumping service in Tatum. If you are in need of pumping services, call 575-369-6134 today. EJ's Pumping, longtime supporters of the town of Tatum and the Tatum Coyotes, as well as high school athletics and academics. Good luck, have fun, and be safe. From Eddie and Whitney, go Coyotes! Now Pharmacy, a name you've trusted for more than 75 years. That kind of history only happens with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported local youth and sports programs for more than 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Tatum Coyotes.
The Tatum Health Clinic supports all Tatum athletics. Bring home that state championship. Your health is to be taken seriously, which is why the staff at the Tatum Health Clinic cares most. Whether it's a cough or serious flu you have, the Tatum Health Clinic will help. Call for an appointment at 398-2111 or just stop by. The entire town of Tatum is with you. This live play-by-play is brought to you by the Tatum Health Clinic.
Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are proud of every single student and their dedication in the classroom and on the court. You've made Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off. Go get that state title and bring it home to Tatum. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. This live broadcast is brought to you in part by the Tatum Schools. Go Coyotes!
thanks to those fine sponsors for making all this possible and bringing it to you here. Tatum Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, and Alan Scott, your electric radio friend here, bringing you some 8-man football on a windy but sunny and chilly afternoon in Capitan. Magdalena and Tatum squaring off. 16-6 is the score. The Steers lead it, and they go with a short kick, and Tatum picks that up, and they're going to take off with it. And across midfield on the return, and good starting field position here. And down by 10, that's what you need. So a good setup here for the Tatum Coyotes, who scored the first touchdown in this ball game with 8:29 to go in the first. PAT was no good. And the score at the end of 1-6-0. First series of the quarter, Magdalena takes it in from inside the 5. Then midway through the quarter, they get a 76-yard run and score from their QB. And then the teams exchange fumbles late in the half, and that's it. And going to the ground is Garner. The Steers are there big time. And they have shown a couple of times here, especially in that second quarter, that they can get to the Tatum quarterback, and they do there. That's going to be a substantial loss. Now you're looking at second and about 17, 18. Cervantes trying to get some of it back, and he does. He gets past the original line of scrimmage and picks up 5 more. So that's about a 12-yard scamper. 11, 12 yards he gets there. Going to need 6 or 7. Give him 10 on that run. Third down now, manageable. 3rd and 7. Ball at the Steers 46, and Cervantes with a head of steam. Close. It appears from where I am, he's going to come up a little short, maybe a half yard. Maybe a full yard. Knows the football just touching the 40 here. But Tatum trying to come out and draw first blood. I think it's important that they get some momentum in third quarter because it was all Steers through the second. And the handoff. Cervantes hit, but he bounces off the tackle and gets the first down. And that was a heck of a stick. He's able to take it and keep going. That's a hard run by Cervantes. And it gets Tatum the first down. At the Steers 37. 10-point game. Coyotes trailing here. They would have the wind more or less at their back. It would be blowing across the back of their quarterback. And Garner will keep it this time. He's going to get about 4. Maybe 5 on that carry. Some good blocking up front. Untimely penalties, too, by the way. I should mention the Coyotes had a 50-yard score that would have made this thing a lot closer, taken off the board in the second quarter on a hold. And back in the gun is Garner. Twins to the right, single man to the left, and it's a running play. And Cervantes is hard to bring down. And they do get him. Forward progress, though, will get him maybe a half a yard, if any gain at all on that play. But the Steers defense has gotten a lot better from the second quarter on. 9:07 to go in the third. Tatum looking to get points. Swing pass knocked up in the air, and it's a jump ball. And it's hard to say who's got that one. Coyotes somehow hang on to it. And there, Tatum's had a couple of interceptions and a fumble recovery. Steers have had an interception and fumble recovery. Pretty even matchup, except Tatum has not found the end zone since the 8:29 mark of the first quarter. Garner trying to remedy that. He's going to hand it to the man in motion. That's Duran. Duran turns the corner, but the Steers are able to string that play out and hold Tatum. And Coyotes do not like to punt. So they're going to turn that ball over on downs. That's another big defensive stand there for Magdalena. 10-point lead, and you're working toward halfway through the third now with 8:22 to play. And their defense has gotten to Tatum's offense a little bit, rattled them a little bit from the mid-second period on to now. And the Steers will have it back. We'll see what they're going to do. They're going to run it on first down. Back to the line of scrimmage, maybe. Might have lost a little bit. May have lost a half a yard. Just call it no gain. 2nd and 10 here. Clock runs out under 8 minutes in the third. Baca back in the gun. Single receiver to each side. Motion on Tatum. Unable to resist that hard count there in the middle. The Coyotes. So that's 5 easy yards. Ruben Ibarra, number 18, bit on it. And that gives them a 2nd and 5 now, Magdalena. Ball is at the Steers 36. And the flag standing straight out as the winds peak again here. Baca. Defense is there. They got him this time. All over that play. Tatum Coyotes, number 13. Ranley Kruger, big time in there. He got a little help, but first to get to him. Clock stops here 7. Well, no, it doesn't. Goes running under 7 now. 6:55. Third quarter. Steers 16, Coyotes 10. 3rd and 13 for Baca and company. Nobody in the backfield this time. They send a man in motion, fake to him, throw over the middle, and caught and dropped. He's throwing kind of into the wind. It's a crosswind, not coming right at him, but more in the face than it would be for Tatum right now, and it held it up a little. Intended receiver had to come back for it. Made the catch momentarily, couldn't hold on. If he doesn't have to come back for that, if he gets it out over the shoulder, he's gone. So the fortunes of the wind actually helping the Coyote defense that time. As he was trying to hit Danny Pino, number 13. And it's Baca to kick it. And that's going to go out of bounds somewhere in the neighborhood of the 45. So they kick it on 4th and 13, of course. And Tatum again will have decent field position. For this drive. $6:28 to go, third quarter. They're going to have it at their 43-yard line. Garner, handoff, Cervantes, head of steam. He's going to get 7, maybe 8 on that carry. Good hard running today by Cervantes. That's what you come to expect from him, and that's what you get. But the wind is affecting the field more now here in the third quarter than it has all game. You can see it whipping the uniforms of the officials and the players out there. 2nd down and a long 2 for Tatum. Right back to Cervantes, and he's got it, and then some. Into Steers territory and inside the 45 to the 44. Coyotes would need the touchdown. You got to get the 2-point conversion on this thing. That would give them 14, get them to within 2. Garner, swing pass, out in the flat. Looks like Durant. He breaks a tackle, and flags fly. And again, a big play, but laundry on the field. Had a 50-yard score on a pass taken, called back, taken off the scoreboard with a hold in the second quarter. The Coyotes will see who is going to benefit or not from this one. That is holding Tatum. Man, that's twice in the game now. A holding call has wiped out a huge play. I don't know. You got to wonder if anybody was holding on that 76-yard scamper from their quarterback. You would think probably. And Cervantes is going to make them pay for it. He might take it all the way. You're going to have to get him, and they can't. What a play by Cervantes. Tatum just decides we're going to run it. And Cervantes didn't look like he was going to do anything special. He just kept chugging and scores. That is a 45-yard scamper from Luis Cervantes for the touchdown. Conversion's going to be big here. Throw caught, yes. So Tatum puts up 8 with 4:58 left here in the third quarter, and Coyote fans can celebrate a little bit. Man, Cervantes had a great game. I said he was running hard. That's a 45-yard touchdown run from Luis Cervantes. PAT for 2 is good. Points after touchdown, good. So Tatum clawing their way back. Now 2-point game. It's Coyotes 14. Magdalena Steers 16. And that comes with 4:58 left in the third. And a reminder that our coverage of Tatum Sports on HobbsAmerica.com and the Tatum Sports YouTube channel is made possible by the kindness of our great sponsors, Tatum Clinic, Norley Hospital District, EJ's Pumping, LLC in Tatum, huge supporters, Eddie and Whitney of Tatum Academics and Athletics. There's the kick. Now Pharmacy in Lovington, serving all of Lee County, proud of the Tatum Coyotes and the Tatum schools, and it's a fumble and a recovery. Just like that. They put the wood on number 27. Ball came popping out. And the Coyotes are there to scoop it up. I want to say it was number 13 for Tatum that was able to corral that ball, but it ricocheted right to him. Ranley Kruger, I think. 33, thank you. 33, Tyler Graham on the recovery. I saw the 3, but it was 2 threes, number 33, and you can see him on the sideline right there getting congratulated. That's a big play. Gives the ball right back to Tatum after they build momentum on the touchdown. And they go right back to Cervantes. Can he do it again? Yes, he can. Back-to-back runs from Cervantes, 45 on the first one and 36 on that one. That's 81 yards worth of touchdowns on his last 2 runs from scrimmage. 45 and 36 yards. And Tatum gets the lead back now, 20-16. And the 2-point try coming here, a throw, and broken up. It will fall incomplete. But the Coyotes take advantage of the turnover. That ball ricocheted right to number 33, and it didn't take them long to cash in. They just hand it off to Cervantes. It goes right up the left sideline and scores. So fireworks here with 4:46. The other touchdown was 4:58. This one comes at 4:46, both from Cervantes. So 12 seconds, right? 8 seconds between those two on the clock. One of 45 yards and one of 36 yards for Luis Cervantes. That'll pad your stats in a hurry. And we're set for the kickoff. Coyotes will put it in play. Ball bounces to the receiver near the 20. He's got a head of steam. That's their running back, reliable number 13. Gets it out near the 40. It'll be about the 38 is where the Steers will take over. And they've kind of been thunderstruck here as the wind picks up yet again. And it's blowing the whole time. It's sustained, but, man, every now and then it really starts to pick up speed, and this is one of those instances right here. It's blowing harder at the moment. 20-16 now, Tatum on top. And that's the QB on a keeper. He's going to get 5. So the PAT was no good. They add 6 to their total. That first one at 45 yards put them up. Got them within 2, 16-14, and then you get the 6 there to put them ahead, 20-16, Tatum. Came at the 4:56 mark, 3:56 now left in the third. Handoff for the Steers and trying to bowl his way forward. Going to be short of the first down. Again, another carry by their running back, 13. Danny Pino, who's also, they've targeted him a couple times on throws coming out of the backfield. Coyotes owned the first quarter. Steers owned the second. It looks like the third here kind of belongs to Tatum, right? 3:25 and counting. That's how much time the Steers have to try and get something going their way here in this quarter. But your score at the halftime break was 16-10. Or 16-6 rather. So Tatum has put up 14 in the quarter. And nothing on the board for Magdalena. With a timeout, I will take a timeout, let you hear from all of our great sponsors bringing you this internet broadcast and streaming on HobbsAmerica.com. Tatum Sports YouTube channel brought to you by Tatum Schools, Now Pharmacy, EJ's Pumping LLC, Tatum Clinic, part of the Norley Hospital District. I'll be right back in a few, everybody. Coyotes have clawed their way back on top here.
Hey, Tatum Coyotes, welcome back to competition from EJ's Pumping, your locally owned and locally trusted pumping service in Tatum. If you are in need of pumping services, call 575-369-6134 today. UJ's Pumping. Longtime supporters of the town of Tatum and the Tatum Coyotes, as well as high school athletics and academics. Good luck, have fun, and be safe. From Eddie and Whitney, go Coyotes! Now Pharmacy, a name you've trusted for more than 75 years. That kind of history only happens with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported local youth and sports programs for more than 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Tatum Coyotes.
The Tatum Health Clinic supports all Tatum athletics. Bring home that state championship. Your health is to be taken seriously, which is why the staff at the Tatum Health Clinic cares most. Whether it's a cough or serious flu you have, the Tatum Health Clinic will help. Call for an appointment at 398-2111 or just stop by. The entire town of Tatum is with you. This live play-by-play is brought to you by the Tatum Health Clinic.
Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are proud of every single student and their dedication in the classroom and on the court. You've made Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off. Go get that state title and bring it home to Tatum. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. This live broadcast is brought to you in part by the Tatum Schools. Go Coyotes!
And we are back, and you could see there, if you were keeping an eye on the video stream, huge play to number 27 for the Steers on a pass from their quarterback, Baca. And now they are knocking on the door with 2:05 to go here in the third. Tatum has scored twice to get the lead back, down by 10.5, now up 20-16, but the Steers trying to answer here in a hard-fought game. They're going to hand it off. And that is Pino on the carry. He'll get positive yards. Big pass play you saw there while we were in that spot break. '27 is Cale Stevens. So Baca able to hit him, and he goes out. Stevens far to the far side, left side, if you're looking at the screen as I am. Running play this time. And it's going to bring up a third down and a long 3 for Magdalena. Tatum trying to dig in here with a minute left in the third quarter. Good ball game. It's been back and forth. Tatum up 6-0 after 1. Halftime break, it was a 16-10 score. Magdalena. Now here at the end of the third, under a minute to play here. Now clock's running. It's 20-16 Coyotes. Pino, the running back. Baca, your quarterback. Single receiver out to each side on the shotgun snap. He fakes to him, keeps, throws, and getting a hand on it is the Tatum defender. Good job to reach back and get a hand on that and knock it down and break that play up on third down. Stops the clock with 33 seconds left. And it'll bring up a fourth down and a long 2. I don't know so much they're concerned. Well, you'd like to have the first down, but you really want the score here. However, if you don't get it, first and goal would be nice if you're a Steers fan. Fourth down 2, but they're thinking end zone. They hand off to Pino, and he will score. So Pino gets it to Pater. And that puts the lead back on the Steer side of things, 22-20. And here comes the 2-point try. Baca rolling out, trying to turn the corner. He's not going to get there. Defense is there to stop the two-point conversion. But with 30 seconds left to play, they get it to the end zone. So after those points, 28.4 is what we have left, and it's been a seesaw game this afternoon. Now the 2-point lead swings back over to the Steers side of things. All right. So we'll get set for this kickoff after the touchdown. Well, if the fourth quarter proves to be anything like the third quarter, this one's going to go right down to the wire. Whoever has the ball last might win this game. Steers will kick it off. Tatum awaits the kick. It's going to be a low one, sidewinder. And taken back around the 12-yard line by the Coyotes. Stiff arm, trying to turn upfield, does a nice job, and gets it out to near the 30, so a pretty good return from number 9 for the Coyotes on the special teams play. Kevin Cardenas. And still a little time left on the clock here in the third, 19.7 left. Steers 22, Coyotes 20. And the Coyotes have the football. And looking to throw on first down, throw deep. Oh, that's sails over the head of Cardenas. If he's able to catch that, no one's going to get him. Kevin Cardenas goes 6 foot 175. Wide receiver and safety, he's a senior. If he's able to drop that one in there, he's gone. 2nd and 10, 15 seconds left in the third. So Taylor Garner company will run it this time. They go to their steady and hard-running tailback, Luis Cervantes. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Time was going to expire, and we got 3 in the books. And it is a good one. However, this is the Steers with the lead. Tatum led after 1. Steers led at the half, and then they had to mount a comeback here in the third to take a 2-point lead into the fourth quarter. It's 22-20. Fourth period of play coming up. You are watching and listening to Tatum Varsity 8-Man Football on HobbsAmerica.com, Tatum Sports YouTube channel. And it's a courtesy of our fine sponsors. And they also are keeping this thing free, no subscription fees, at One Radio Square Sports and the Walmart family of stations. We're proud to be bringing you as many games as we can in this spring high school sports season, which is going to feature a little bit of everything, I'll tell you that. Tatum Schools, Now Pharmacy, EJ's Pumping, LLC, Norley Hospital District's Tatum Clinic, bringing you this thing, and I'll let you hear from them right now as we get set for the final quarter of play, live from Capitan, New Mexico on a Saturday afternoon.
Hey, Tatum Coyotes, welcome back to competition from EJ's Pumping, your locally owned and locally trusted pumping service in Tatum. If you are in need of pumping services, call 6134 today. UJ's Pumping. Longtime supporters of the town of Tatum and the Tatum Coyotes, as well as high school athletics and academics. Good luck, have fun, and be safe. From Eddie and Whitney. Go Coyotes! Now for
All right, we are back. I had to interrupt that spot break because you saw as I swung the camera around. They got a huge running play from Cervantes. That's his third long touchdown run of the second half. He had one of 45, one of 36, virtually back-to-back because they got a turnover, 458 and 446 mark of the third. And now he opens the fourth with a huge run and takes it to pay dirt for the Coyotes. And they get the two-point conversion this time. They were down 22-20. Now 28-22. Coyotes are up 6 after a 70-plus yard run by Luis Cervantes. Wow. So the Coyotes will kick off after that touchdown. That one's going to go deep. One of the few deep kicks we've seen today. Goes over the head of Pino. And here comes the rush, the defense. If they can trap him back there, they do. Tatum's building a head of steam here now. Teams really traded blows in that third quarter. And it was Magdalena that came out with the lead, but it didn't last long. First play of the fourth quarter, he breaks one for about 76 yards. And they get the two-point conversion to make it a 6-point game now. Tatum has not enjoyed a lead this big since it was 6-0 midway through the first quarter and at the end of the first quarter. Steers trying to answer. Baca will go right back to Pino. He is their choice at running back, just as Cervantes is for Tatum. Clock running with 11:20 left in the ballgame. 28-22 Coyotes. Yeah, second down play here. And about second and short, we'll call it. Maybe a long one, maybe a short two, and maybe a first down by their quarterback on the run. Baca is good with the legs. He gets the first down. Or does he? There's a flag now. Nope, they're not going to get the first down because they're going to mark off a penalty. And that's holding because they're doing 10 yards. Yeah. That's a costly one for the Steers, as we are now into the final quarter of play here. And they are deep in their own territory, and Tatum has the momentum right now. It has swung back and forth several times in the second half, and they get them to jump. Or did they move? Did the Steers move? They got big boys up front, Magdalena. You can see 79, 71 there. Huge. And this time it goes against Tatum, so back it up 10. Now bring it back 5. want to commend the guys who officiate these games. It's an unsung job, and not a lot of people willing to do it. In fact, there's been a shortage of officials. And just about the time I say that, I think they're getting a little too involved in the game. But you can't win if you're a ref. But they do unsung work, and we appreciate all of them. Running play for the Steer. It's a quarterback, and he's knocked out of bounds in the heart of the Tatum bench there. As the Coyotes hold a 6-point lead, it's been a back-and-forth affair all afternoon, especially here in the second half. Lead changes a lot quicker. Back and forth, back and forth. Tatum was up 6-0 after 1. Steers by 10 at the half, 16-6. Then Tatum owned the third quarter, but the Steers scored late to steal the lead back, 22-20. Tatum comes out here in the fourth with a huge 74-yard run from Cervantes to take the lead back. The two-point conversion was good. So instead of being down by 2, they're up 6 with just under 10 minutes to play in the contest. It's been a good one, everybody. But what a big second half for Luis Cervantes. And you can't mention those big, huge runs without talking about the guys up front blocking for him who have done a great job. And he has done a job. He's run hard the whole way. But you don't just do that without some help up front. So we want to commend those guys, too, creating lanes for him. And he's been able to get around the corner, but all day long he's been running it hard up the middle. And so we have a timeout here and breaking out of the huddle now. 3rd down and 2. But 3 big rushing touchdowns in the second half for Luis Cervantes and the Coyotes. That's another keeper by Baca, the Steers quarterback. And he's out there close. We're going to see. They haven't moved the sticks yet, but now they do. So it's a 1st down run. And their quarterback has run hard today as well. So they'll get a fresh set of downs at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. And there's a big run for the Steers, able to get a 1st down and more out to the Magdalena 40-yard line. These teams are exchanging blows like they're in a boxing match. They're using the ground to do it here in the second half. Wind is kind of making it difficult to do a big pass play now, even though there have been some big pass plays in the ballgame. Tatum had a 50-yard pass completion for a score taken off the board on a hold. And another big completion that was called back on a hold. And that wind is ripping now, folks. Strongest that it's been all game. And starting to blow some of the loose items on the sidelines. Keeper on the ground, Baca. He'll get about 5, maybe 4.5 on that carry. Be second and manageable. Second and about 6, maybe a long 5. Yeah, you can just hear the sound of it even through my headphones. It's roaring through here now. And that's about the peak hours. We had a fire weather watch going into effect 11 this morning through 6 this afternoon in Lee County. So it's right about in the breadbasket here of that time frame. There's a throw and a catch and a 1st down. First catch of the day for number 88 for the Steers. But it gets the job done. And it's still anybody's game. It's a 6-point game. Should they score here, the 2-point conversion would be gigantic. So they're going to back them up now on a penalty. And now you're looking at 2nd down and way long. 2nd and 16, 17, something like that. Ball back to the Magdalena 39. He's going to go for the whole thing and overthrows his intended receiver up the sideline. I think that's Cardenas on the defense over there. So these teams still not afraid to air it out, even with the howling wind now coming down through the field of play. But it will go incomplete, and that puts you right back there. 3rd down now and 17. And we're getting toward midway through the 4th quarter. 8:26 left in the ballgame. Shotgun snap, fake to Pino, and now in trouble, and now lets it go. And very close to grounding. If the running back's not just hanging out back there, it might have been grounding, but they say he got rid of it. Brings up 4th down regardless. And 16. This is a big play, as they are going to go for it. No, they're going to kick it away. Okay. And with the wind more or less at his back, coming across his right shoulder, that'll be downed. He touched it. That'll be downed at around the 41s where they're going to mark this, because the Steers player batted the ball. Cardenas decides to pick it up and run. But when they touched it, it's down. They're going to down it, put it at the 40. 8:10 to play. Coyotes holding on to a 6-point lead, 28-22. And a lot of that on the feet of Luis Cervantes, who had touchdown runs of 70-plus yards. I call it about 76 here, the latest one. 36 and 45-yard runs for the end zone here in the second half. Some discussion with the officials on the far sideline. And it looks like we're ready now. And they'll adjust it a little bit. In fact, they adjusted it a lot. They're going to put it into Steers territory. So it benefits Tatum as they start off now in their opponent's territory, trying to wind this ball game down. That's going to hang up in the air, and it's intercepted. Oh, you get it up in the air, and the wind's even stronger. And Garner is signaling something with both hands waving toward himself. I'm wondering what he's saying. I tell you what, the wind really held that one up. And it was kind of easy pickings for number 27 there for the Steers. But, man, I'm not going to question the call, but, man, that's way up in the air, and it took it forever to come down and right into the hands of number 27, and it's an interception. Turnover. Cale Stevens with the pick. Now the momentum swings back toward the Magdalena Steers, and on first down they rumble forward for about 8. You can just feel the momentum swing back the other way on that interception. Second down and 2 for the Steers. And another running play, and they've got it into Tatum territory to about the 47-yard line. And again, it's the little bowling ball, Pino, on the run. But you got to talk about the blockers out in front of him, too. And that's a first down. They'll put it now at closer to the 48. Fresh set of downs for Baca and the Magdalena Steers. Tatum trying to dig in on defense and hang on to a 6-point lead. Fake to Pino, keeper by Baca. He falls forward over the 45 down to around the 43. So he'll need about 4. They'll need 4 to move the sticks here. As we are now at 6.5 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Alan Scott bringing you Tatum 8-man varsity high school football, HobbsAmerica.com, Tatum Sports YouTube channel. Brought to you by Tatum Clinic, EJ's Pumping, Now Pharmacy, and the Tatum Schools. Baca to throw, nobody there. Closest to that probably, and even he didn't have a chance at it, was Kevin Cardenas playing defense over on that side. Third down. And they're going to call it 6. Third down and 6. Definitely 2-down territory, I would think. Baca under pressure. They're bringing the house. He lobs it up, and it's broken up. Good work over there by the Tatum defenders. Pass defense of Cardenas, and he had help too from David Mendoza, wearing number 6. Fourth down and 6. 6 minutes exactly left in the game. And Tatum up by 6. Starting to notice a pattern here. Fourth down play, and it's a big one. Baca back in the gun. Fakes to Pino, keeps it, wants to turn the left corner, and he can't do it. Tatum's defense is there. So they'll turn it over on downs, and the Coyotes will get it back near midfield. Good work in there by a host of Tatum Coyotes. And amongst them, Taylor Garner, your quarterback, in there hitting hard. So good effort by the Tatum pursuit that time to shut him down on fourth down. And now, 5:54 to go, Tatum gets the ball back, and the Coyotes lead it 28-22. Take a brief timeout here. Hope you're enjoying 8-man football. Tatum Varsity here on HobbsAmerica.com and the Tatum Sports YouTube channel. Be right back.
Now Pharmacy, a name you've trusted for more than 75 years. That kind of history only happens with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported local youth and sports programs for more than 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Tatum Coyotes.
The Tatum Health Clinic supports all Tatum athletics. Bring home that state championship. Your health is to be taken seriously, which is why the staff at the Tatum Health Clinic cares most. Whether it's a cough or serious flu you have, the Tatum Health Clinic will help. Call for an appointment at 398-2111 or just stop by. The entire town of Tatum is with you. This live play-by-play is brought to you by the Tatum Health Clinic.
Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are proud of every single student and
Wow, I don't believe what we just saw, folks. Again, while I'm in that spot break, you saw it. Cardenas on a run. They're able to strip him, pick it up, and take it to the house. It's a defensive score on the strip, and they take it to the house for 6, and it was number 10 for them, who I don't have a number 10. But Pino will be shut down on the 2-point conversion, and what that does is tie the game. Unbelievable, having such a big game, Cervantes. And I'm not a big fan of ripping the ball out like that. I think they should outlaw that from the pro level on down. But when it works, and it worked there. They're able to strip it away from them. I think the only way you should be able to have it called a fumble is if you knock it loose. This reaching in and stripping. I've never liked it, but I don't make the rules. I know Tatum fans don't like it right now. I've just never liked that play. I think you ought to have to knock it loose. I'm not even a big fan of punching it out from behind like they do in the NFL. It just seems like it shouldn't be allowed for some reason to me. But you got to hold on to the football. That's the bottom line. But to me, I would make it more like soccer. You can't reach in and strip it out like that and play tug of war. You have to knock it loose. Maybe with the helmet, not with the hands. I don't know. But I know one thing. They knocked it loose. They stripped it out, took advantage of the opportunity. Number 10 took it to the house. And the ball was around midfield. They had it near the 45, so a 40-yard play on the strip, taking it back for the score. And so we move on. Wow, what a game. Back and forth it goes. And now we're tied at 28 because the PAT was no good, 2-point conversion. So we get set for the kickoff here. And can Tatum answer? That's going to go out of bounds, be no return there. So Garner and company will come out now needing another score. Tatum, I'm sure, having some thoughts of being able to ride that 6-point lead to the finish, but that won't happen. And on the keeper, their quarterback, Taylor Garner, gets about 7, bringing up second and short. Call it 3, maybe 4. .5:15 left, fourth quarter. Knotted now at 28. And I said in the first half, whoever has the ball last may win this game. Oh, it's on the ground again. And I'll tell you, when it is, the Steers are quick to pounce, but Tatum's able to cover that one up. .439 left. If the Coyotes could move the sticks and keep their offense off the field, take it down and score late, would be the strategy. We'll see. They brought Duran in just for that play, the end around, and it does nothing. You saw him come in off the sideline with that play. And that's going to bring up 4th down now, and the Coyotes still need quite a bit. They lost yardage on that play. They're going to need 8. 4th and 8, and they're probably going to punt this one away, and they are. It's a wise thing to do. You can't turn the ball over on downs now. So they kick it, and that's a good kick from Garner. Held up by the wind, touched at the 36, and that's where Pino will cover it up. So we're getting down to it now. 3:47 left, tied at 28. And the Coyotes had the ball, put it on the ground again, but were able to cover it up and kick it away. So now it is Magdalena to see if they can take advantage of possession and get down and score and keep Tatum's offense off the field. Baca, he's going to run it again with the stiff arm, turns the corner, goes into the Tatum bench, and none the worse for wear. After a short gain, it'll bring up second down. Second and about 8. Give him 2, maybe 3 on that carry. And if you're looking at the field the way we are here on a camera shot, it's not exactly up and down wind. It's a crosswind, right to left, kind of edging across the far corner of the field. So it's not directly behind the Steers. And there's a catch out in the flat, the little toss, and a first down. And so they will move the sticks and get it out to near midfield. They're going to mark that at the 47. After that is hauled in by number 10. Magdalena trying to get down, put something on the board. Tatum trying to stop him and get the ball back with 3:18 left in the game. And a seesaw affair all afternoon long, especially second half. Lead changes often. First half was a tale of quarters. Tatum up by 6 at the end of 1. Magdalena put up 2 scores in the second, led by 10 at the half. Tatum owned the third, putting up a couple scores, long runs for touchdowns from Cervantes. But the Steers came back and scored late to take a 22-20 lead into the fourth. Now we're tied at 28. Baca in the gun is just going to keep it. They've had success with it, and they'll keep doing it. Moderate game, but what he's doing is taking time off the clock here too. If they don't score, what they're also trying to do is prevent Tatum from getting the ball back and having any time themselves. Clock continues to run as we're down to 2:02 left in regulation, and of course it just dawned on me we could go overtime here. Looking to throw, it's Baca. He's got a man at Pino, and he can't hit him. Far sideline there. I'm sure the wind had a little bit to do with that too. Brings up fourth down. Still plenty of time, and now you got him on fourth down. You can make a stop here, Tatum. And we'll see if they're going to kick it, and they're not. They're going to go for it. Fourth down and 4. Big play here with 1:51 left to go in the game. Tied at 28. Baca throwing over the middle. Wants number 10, broken up by Tatum, and they're going to take over on downs. Well, you got to admire him for going for it. I might have kicked that and pinned him deep and made sure we get to overtime. Now you give the Coyotes the ball near midfield, and they got a chance. Especially with the running ability and the big play touchdown runs in this game, 3 of them from Cervantes, but he also had the ball stripped for a turnover and a touchdown for the other guys. 28 apiece, minute 46 left. Garner, Cervantes, he wants to atone for that fumble, and he is around the corner and out of bounds near the 35. Didn't really affect his confidence much at all. And the Tatum fans liking that. That's a big run on first down. Gets Tatum down to the 34-yard line of Magdalena with 1:39 left. The clock stopped. First down. Garner in the gun, right back to Cervantes, who's been running hard all day and runs hard there for 5, maybe 6. And the clock is running too. And that Tatum has got to get to the line of scrimmage. 119, 118. Of course, now, so they have possession. They are the ones with the chance to pull this out at the end. 2nd down and 6. And they go with the quarterback keeper, and they're able to cover that up. Short gain, and it keeps the clock running under a minute now. 52 seconds and timeout. Man, I'll tell you what, it's getting downright cold now, and the wind is picking up again here. With 51.6 left on the clock, tied at 28. Third down and 6 if you're thinking first down. I don't know that a first down, well, it's kind of important if you don't get into the end zone, but you got 2 plays here. You could go 3rd down and 4th down. They're really thinking score here. It's been a good one, everybody. Tatum pretty much won in the first quarter, 6-0. Then Magdalena scored twice in the second, and the 2-point conversions were good. They took a 16-10 lead into the halftime break. Tatum owned the third quarter, scoring a couple times, had a lead, but Magdalena came back and scored late to lead by 2, 22-20 going into the fourth. Teams traded turnovers. They've both had interceptions. However, the big one was the strip of Cervantes and the return for a score that tied this game at 28 when Tatum looked like they were on their way to victory. But it was Cervantes who got them where they are right now. And they go right back to him. And Cervantes going into the teeth of that wind gets it down around the 20-yard line, maybe inside the 20, and a first down. .5 left. 1st and 10. And the ball is at the Magdalena 19-yard line. Taylor Garner back in the gun. Right back to Cervantes. Falling forward down inside the 15 on the carry. So he got 4, maybe 5 on that. We've got 37 seconds left. Timeout. Tatum with the opportunity to keep this thing out of overtime. Get down here and get points and end it. And hopefully not leave any time for the Steer. But it's been a good one. Hard fought and a very competitive game here today. Of course, a non-district affair for these teams. On neutral ground here between Tatum and Magdalena at Capitan High School. And it really wouldn't matter where you have this game in the state today. All of New Mexico is windy. Snow in the mountains up north. We had a little much-needed rain last night, although it wasn't enough. In southeast New Mexico, Lee County, parts of West Texas. Lightning delay at the Hobbs-Lovington football game last night for a while. Weather delay. 2nd down, 8 for a first down, but Tatum needs points here with 37 to play in the game. And they hand it off again. And it is Cervantes. Keeps the legs churning. And we're going to see if there's any flags out there. I don't see them. And that's going to say first down Tatum. Yeah, they moved the sticks. And more importantly, with 31 seconds now in first down, it's not how many plays you got. It's how many yards can you get. Ball is inside the 10-yard line. It's in the 8. 1st and goal from the 8. Cervantes trying to get in there for Tatum, breaking tackles, falling forward, and did not get in. And they're going to call that one. I heard somebody say holding. Let's see. Yep, and it's going to be a penalty. And that's going to take the ball back to the, let's see, it was on the 8. Now you're at the 15. So it wasn't a hold. It would have been a 10-yard penalty. Throwing this time, and penalty flag thrown. And that's going to be pass interference. That's going to put the ball on the 1-yard line. That's a great time to throw the ball, too, because I don't think anyone was expecting that. And the Steers are flagged for the defensive PI, I believe. Let's make sure. Might be offensive, but we'll see. No, it's against the defense. But I don't know if it was PI. That's only a 5-yard penalty, right? They put the ball now at the 7. "13 seconds left. Doesn't really matter whether it's first down or fourth down. Throwing for the win and broken up. He's trying to hit Cardenas in the far corner of the end zone, I believe. Defending number 27. We have 8.7 seconds left. Tied at 28. Second down. Coyotes need 7 yards to pay dirt, and they have 8.7 seconds to get them. And try and end this thing with no shot for the Steers offense. It's been a great game. Can they close it out here, the Coyotes? Big play here. Second down, 7 for the touchdown. A little flip over to Cervantes, and that's not going to do it. And we've still got 4.5 left. And a timeout. We'll have a third down play now. And they actually lost yardage on that play. Moves it back a little. Now they're saying they need 10. And this is going to be the play of the game right here. Ball back to the 10-yard line. 4.5 left. Tatum needs a score to win it. They throw, and no. And the clock stops with 0.6 left. It's thrown a little behind the receiver. Kevin Cardenas reaching for it. Couldn't bring it in. 0.6 seconds. So you do have enough time to snap the play here. Why not kick a field goal? All right, 0.6 left. They're going to throw. Lob into the corner. Fade route. Caught. Touchdown. Yes! The Tatum Coyotes win it on the final play of the game with less than a second left. Wow, what a finish. And you got to love that if you're a Coyote fan. And I can't tell you right now who caught that thing. I got to look for who's celebrating the most. Of course, Garner threw it on the fade. And did you guys catch a number on that? It was 9, thank you. That was Cardenas. If it was number 9, it's going to be Kevin Cardenas, the senior. Wow, great throw. They did the fade route. He hung it up there in the wind, which I thought was going to be a big problem, and it wound up to be the biggest play of the game. With under 1 second to play, the Tatum Coyotes, Taylor Garner to number 9, Kevin Cardenas. Wow. Wow. What a finish, everybody. That's the way you end a football game right there. And that was a very competitive, hard-fought game. And a big-time congratulations to the coaching staff and players and Tatum Coyote fans as they pull it out at the end. And it went down to the wire. And I said in the first half, whoever had the ball last would probably win this game. And it turned out Tatum had the ball last. And they win it on a 10-yard fade route from Garner to Kevin Cardenas. And the final 34 for Tatum, 28 for Magdalena. What a game. Coyotes win it with under a second to play. Mercy, mercy, mercy. It'll be a good trip back home now, everybody. Congrats, Tatum Coyotes, Kevin Cardenas, Garner, as they celebrate. And I'll tell you what, we'll watch these guys leave the field here. And a hard-fought win on a chilly, wind-blown day. And now the sun disappears behind the clouds here at Capitan High. And the Tatum Coyotes pull it out, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and run down the wrap here real quick. Then I'm going to let you hear ads from our fine sponsors. But the final is 34-28. Fade route, last play of the game, 10-yard completion. Kevin Cardenas hauls it in, and it's 34-28. Tatum led 6-0 after 1. Then the Steers came, put up 2 scores in the second, went into halftime leading 16-10. Tatum on the third quarter got huge touchdown runs from Cervantes of 45 yards, 36 yards. And they looked as if they were going to take a lead into the fourth, but Magdalena scored late, had a 2-point lead, 22-20 heading into the fourth. And then it just got crazy, everybody. In that fourth quarter, a 76-yard run from Josh Baca. In the second quarter for them. Then you get into the fourth quarter, and you had a 70-plus yard touchdown run for Cervantes. There were big plays that were called back. Tatum had a 50-yard scoring play on a pass called back because of a hold. Cervantes had a great game, 3 huge touchdown runs, and then he had one stripped away, and they took it in for a score. So it was back and forth. Both teams had some fumble recoveries. Both teams had interceptions. They traded turnovers at times. But in the second half, back and forth and back and forth. And I'll tell you what, Tatum had the ball last, and they snuck it out and won it on that fade route. But you had a 45-yard TD run from Cervantes with 4:58 to go in the third. Then they got a turnover, and with 4:46 to go, he takes it in from 36 yards. Then 30 seconds left in the quarter, 6-yard TD run from Pino for the Steers. And we went into that fourth quarter down 22-20. And then in the first play of the fourth, that's when Cervantes breaks off a 76-yard run to put Tatum up 28-22. That was the score until midway through the fourth. And then they scored to tie it up, missed the 2-point attempt. And that was after a Garner interception thrown on first down. 34-28 the final, as these teams fought hard, played good on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. And the final, 34-28. Alan Scott enjoyed this one. Hope you did too. I want to thank our fine sponsors making it all possible and keeping it subscription free over the internet stream in the digital realm. Tatum Schools, now a pharmacy, EJ's Pumping, LLC. Huge supporters of Tatum football and sports and academics, Eddie and Whitney. Norley Hospital District's Tatum Clinic, and the Tatum Schools. Thanks to those guys. Thanks to you, wherever you are, for watching and listening to this thing. And we roll on through the 2021 sports campaign. I'm going to let you hear from our fine sponsors one more time, and I will just say so long. I'm going to hit the road back And congratulations to the Tatum Coyotes who pull it out in the last play of the ball game under a second left, and they win it by 6, 34-28. We'll see you at the next one, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend, and don't forget to do business with these fine sponsors who make the broadcast possible. And you have been listening to and watching Tatum on HobbsAmerica.com, Tatum Sports YouTube channel.
Hey, Tatum Coyotes, welcome back to competition from EJ's Pumping, your locally owned and locally trusted pumping service in Tatum. If you are in need of pumping services, call 575-369-6134 today. EJ's Pumping, longtime supporters of the town of Tatum and the Tatum Coyotes, as well as high school athletics and academics. Good luck, have fun, and be safe. From Eddie and Whitney, go Coyotes! Now Pharmacy, a name you've trusted for more than 75 years. That kind of history only happens with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported local youth and sports programs for more than 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Tatum Coyotes.
The Tatum Health Clinic supports all Tatum athletics. Bring home that state championship. Your health is to be taken seriously, which is why the staff at the Tatum Health Clinic cares most. Whether it's a cough or serious flu you have, the Tatum Health Clinic will help. Call for an appointment at 398-2111 or just stop by. The entire town of Tatum is with you. This live play-by-play is brought to you by the Tatum Health Clinic.
Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are proud of every single student and their dedication in the classroom and on the court. You've made Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off. Go get that state title and bring it home to Tatum. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. This live broadcast is brought to you in part by the Tatum Schools. Go Coyotes!